rookie. Now, our next rookie is our new guy, defensive end, Javontae, Jean-Baptiste. Brother,
yes,
good. See, you taught me how to say
Yes, sir.
Man, welcome to the DMV, man. How has it been so far?
It's been good, man.
Yeah, man. You got rookie mini camp now. You're on that field, man. Has anything surprised you so far in these first couple days?
The pace.
Yeah.
Just the pace. Just how everything's moving. You know, sometimes you could think it's going to be one way, but then it's really not that way. You really don't know until you step foot into the building, see how fast everything's going, what the timeline is of everything. Because you can get told about it from guys that have been through it, but you truly never know until you go through it yourself.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's got to be surreal, right, still? Like, are you still having these pinch me moments where it's like, man, I'm an NFL player?
Yeah.
How do you overcome those moments where it's like do you have to remind yourself like, yo, I belong here, or is it just something you're allowing to just feel in the moment?
I just like feel in the moment, just take it in, because like sometimes you can get caught up at where you're at in your days, but then when you hit that little, man, I'm here, like it's like, yeah, you here, you deserve to be here. Now let's go.
All the hard work has paid off and has gotten you here, man. And I want to talk about that draft call, because you had probably one of the more interesting and emotional draft calls that we had in a very great way, might I add. You had Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, man. They're beating on the table. They're so excited, and because the minute you found out you were commander, you were overcome with emotion. Yeah. Take us back to that moment, man. What was that like, bro? What brought on the waterworks, man?
Well, bro, I mean, just after like everything I've been through, just to finally get the call, like I'm drafted. Yeah. My visit here was great. And then because at first when I picked up the phone, I didn't know who was on the phone.
Like Ashburn, Virginia.
And then because some coaches had different phone numbers from all around the country, so I'm just, hello? And then once I heard it was DQ and AP, I was like, yep, that's me, that's me. But then like, once it said we're gonna like make you a commander, it just sunk in. Yeah. I was on the phone ugly crying. I said, I can't believe they got me sounding like this.
But man, I think it's so cool to hear those moments of, gratitude and humbleness from you, because, it takes a lot of humbleness to be able to cry like that. What were you thinking about, man? What hit you? Is it the family being around you? Is it all the hard work? Were you surprised? What were those feelings like?
It was just, I feel like it was just anxiousness, family, all the hard work. It was just it was like a wave of emotion hitting me at once. Yeah. And then it was just like a big relief lifted off. Then it was like, man, I'm here now.
That's fire. Did it mean more to you hearing the reaction from the coaches? I know you can hear that on the phone, how crazy and loud they were getting for you, man. Yeah. How awesome is that to have that type of energy, not only with your coaching staff, but your front office as well?
Man, it felt great. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you don't really know how things are gonna go, but then once you hear I heard how fired up they were about me, it was like,
That's what you needed. Yeah, man.
I needed that.
That's awesome to hear, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. And in your college career, you actually you transferred to Notre Dame, correct?
Yeah.
What was being able to go from one system to another, learning all that through in your college career? How was that kind of help prepare you for what you're about to deal with now in this new system?
Coming from one like pro program, going to the next pro program, and just taking everything I learned from the guys where I was at Ohio State, being around a whole bunch of league guys, to get into ND and having to treat that like my little mini pro year. Yeah. Just being able to walk into the building, learn a new playbook, learn new faces, new people, how they want things done, the standard, and trying to make sure it's upheld. Coming into a building like we are in today, got new staff, new people, new faces. Go in there, make your connections, and just be a light, man.
Yeah, man, and the energy in here is definitely different. And, you were a 7th round pick. There's not a lot of promises when you get down to them later rounds, right? Did you fear that maybe you weren't going to get drafted? Did you expect to fall to the 7th? What was that thought process like during the draft? And I know it's probably like the longest 3 days in your lives.
I didn't expect to fall to the 7th.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the back of my mind, as the day was going on, it was like, there's no way, right?
Wow.
Yeah, there's no way. No, not me.
Not me, yeah.
Not me, no. But then once it got to that back end of that 6, I said, "Whoa, I'm here." Okay. I just had to get to thinking, just try to gather my thoughts, my brain, just make sure I'm just, staying in the moment, just going step by step and not getting too far ahead, and just had to wait. And I'm blessed.
You are blessed, and I'm so happy to have you here, man. You could tell you're so happy. But waiting that long, seeing 6 rounds pass without your name called, that has to do something to your mental. That has to put some type of chip on your shoulder, man.
Oh, yeah.
How much more hungry are you now that you got to see all of those teams pass upon you?
Man, it's just, I feel like me, how I am, I've always got it at the back end. Back end of my career, never came in that high guy, but by the end, should be something.
Yeah.
Just gotta, keep your head down and go to work every day.
And we love to hear that, man.
Yes, sir.
And we know you're hungry. We know you deserve to be here. And I want to keep talking about your college, man, because you have so much more to you than just being a football player. You are a 2-sport athlete in college, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. You had football, and then you have esports, which is a real big thing. Now, you have like a whole Twitch community, game, man. What got you into that, man?
Really, when I got to college, like my older brother, first of all, he big video game person.
Yeah.
He got me into it. At first, we used to play Mortal Kombat a lot back then. And then I just kind of fell in love with the FPS games. And when I got to college, just being around the guys freshman year and everything. And then some guys was like, man, you should just start streaming. Why not stream?
Yeah.
Like, you good enough. You could probably do it.
Yeah.
And then so I just, I think it was like sophomore going to junior year, bought a PC, just tried to start messing with it a little bit. And started to take off a little bit.
Yeah, man. And being a football player, there's so much stress to it, right? Especially a high-level college football player. There's so much pressure. There's so much added attention. What is being able to video game and, like, take that helmet off and put the headset on? What does that do for your mental? Like, just being able to get through all the hardships of a football player.
For me, it's a reset.
Yeah.
Like, because so much throughout the day in college is literally school, football, school. But in my free time, I put the headphones on, controlling my hand, the world is.
Yeah.
The world is.
Awesome.
So all the stresses that were there, they're not there anymore, and I create new stressors because sometimes stuff don't go right in gaming. I just create
stressful too.
Yeah, it just brings new stressors that I got to worry about.
Yeah. What's your favorite game right now, man?
Warzone.
Warzone. And where can all the people, because I know Commanders fans are watching, where can they find you? Where can they follow you on Twitch, man? Tell us about that.
Twitch, Headshots XJB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what's
my
up,
Twitch.
man. Yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. And let's talk a little bit more about football now, because
Okay,
you're
let's
back in
do
this
it.
building, and you're joining a defensive line that has some dogs.
Stacked.
Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Cleveland Farrell, a number 4 overall pick. So you have these guys that are real heavy hitters in this room, man. How excited are you to learn from all of these veterans?
Man, I'm real excited because you can learn something from everybody. And I mean, you could pick up little traits from anyone. They don't just got to be in my position. They could be in other rooms. And once you're around so much knowledge like that, you just got to become a sponge to soak it all up, And even guys like Dante, been doing it.
You're doing it for a
So
minute, man. at a high
if he's
level.
been doing it for a minute at a high level, I'm just like, all right, how can I pick his brain so I could do it at a high level too like that?
And it's not just the players. You have some heavy hitters on this coaching staff. Daryl Tapp, I'm sure you've gotten to have conversations with him and talk to him, man. You see your face, right?
Coach Kerrigan, too.
Yo, Coach Kerrigan, man. These
And
are guys
Coach
that have done
Floyd.
it. These are all guys that have done it. Sharif Floyd, man, how cool is that, being in this room and seeing all of these legends, and they're here to help mold you.
Man, walking in a room like that, I ain't gonna lie, it's so much of a blessing because they're guys that, some coaches haven't been through it. They've been through it, they know where you're at, and they can kind of understand where you're going and make you really take a limelight, I've been through this too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard right now. It's all right. Enjoy the hardness right now, and it'll get a little bit easier.
Clearly, you're very excited to be here, man.
Yeah.
Clearly, you are in a place that is ready to groom you. Look into that ISO camera right there.
Okay.
Tell Commanders fans what they can expect from their new 7th round pick and what you are excited to bring to this organization.
What can they expect?
Yeah, what can they expect? What kind of player are you? Who are you? Let the fans know who you are.
I'm somewhat of a sideline relentless player. I'm not going to back down from anyone, and I'm going to go right at you. I mean, on the other side of that, I'm just a person that likes to be a light, man. Encourage those around them and make sure everyone can be pushed to be the best.
Hey, Javontae, man, that's exciting, man. We can't wait to see what you do on this field. We can't wait to see you earn your spot. I have no doubt you will, brother. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
Commanders family, this is Raising Hell with the Rookies, and we have our new defensive end, Javontae Jean-Baptiste. Appreciate your time, brother.